Ever wondered why your dog behaves the way it does? You're not alone. Every tilt of their head, wag of their tail, and playful bark is a question that has intrigued mankind for centuries. The wonder of a dog's behavior is a mystery that's as fascinating as it is complex. Our canine companions are not just pets, they are members of our family, our confidants, and our loyal friends. They share our homes, our lives, and our hearts. And yet there are times when we find ourselves completely baffled by their actions. Why does your dog chase its tail? Why does it howl at the moon? Why does it bury its toys? The key to unraveling these mysteries lies in understanding that dog behavior is not just about obedience or discipline, it's about communication, it's about bonding. Each action, each behavior is a form of communication, a way for your dog to express its feelings, needs, and desires. But there's more. Behind every dog behavior, there's a psychology, a complex interplay of instincts, emotions, and learned behaviors that drive their actions. Understanding this psychology is crucial. It helps us interpret their actions in a meaningful way, respond to their needs more effectively, and ultimately build a stronger bond with our furry friends. This understanding is not just important for you as a dog owner, it's important for your dog too. Because when you understand their behavior, you're better equipped to meet their needs, to provide the care, love, and stimulation they crave. And in return, they offer us their unwavering loyalty, their unconditional love, and their companionship, making our lives richer and more fulfilling. So as we delve deeper into the fascinating world of dog behavior, remember this: understanding your dog's behavior is not a science, it's an art. It's a journey of discovery, of learning, of bonding. It's a journey that requires patience, empathy, and love. Understanding your dog's behavior is the key to a harmonious relationship. So how do you start decoding their actions? Stay tuned as we unravel the mystery of a dog's behavior in the upcoming segments. To start off, let's delve into the basics of dog behavior. First and foremost, dogs are playful creatures. They enjoy games of fetch, tug of war, and just about any activity that burns energy and stimulates their minds. This playfulness isn't just for fun, though. It's a crucial part of their development and helps them learn important social skills. Next, dogs are inherently territorial. They have a strong instinct to protect their space, whether it's their home, their bed, or even their favorite human. This is why you may notice your furry friend barking at the postman or growling when a stranger approaches you during your walk. Dogs are also social animals. They thrive on interaction and companionship, which is why they're often referred to as man's best friend. They crave attention and affection, and they form strong bonds with their human families and other animals. Now let's switch gears and talk about a dog's body language. A wagging tail, for example, is usually a sign of happiness or excitement, but it's not always that simple. The speed and direction of the wag can also indicate different emotions. A slow, low wag can mean they're unsure or nervous, while a fast, high wag usually means they're happy and excited. Ear positioning is another key aspect of dog body language. Ears pricked forward often signal alertness and interest, while ears laid back can indicate fear or submission. It's important to remember that these behaviors are influenced by a combination of factors. Their environment plays a role, certainly. Dogs that are well socialized and live in stable, loving homes will exhibit different behaviors than dogs that are neglected or abused. But it's not just about nurture. Nature also plays a part. Dogs have been bred for centuries to perform specific tasks, and their genetic predisposition can influence their behavior. These basic behaviors and body language are just the tip of the iceberg. But what about the more complex behaviors? Dogs, like humans, can exhibit complex behaviors influenced by a myriad of factors. To truly understand our canine companions, we must first delve into some of these behaviors and what might be causing them. Let's start with separation anxiety. This is a common issue many dog owners face. Your dog might howl or become destructive when left alone. This behavior can stem from a variety of causes, such as past trauma or a lack of proper socialization. In essence, your pet is expressing distress in the only way they know how. Next, let's talk about aggression. This is often a misunderstood behavior in dogs. Aggression can be a response to fear, a display of dominance, or even a reaction to pain. It's important to remember that aggression is not inherently evil, but rather a survival mechanism that can unfortunately become maladaptive in certain situations. Lastly, we have obsessive behaviors. Have you ever seen a dog chase its tail for hours on end? Or perhaps your pooch has a particular fascination with a certain toy. These behaviors can be amusing, but when taken to extremes, they may indicate underlying issues such as anxiety or boredom. Now you might be wondering, how do we address these complex behaviors? The answer is with patience, understanding, and proper training. For instance, a dog with separation anxiety might benefit from gradual desensitization to being alone. An aggressive dog may need professional training to learn better coping mechanisms. And a dog with obsessive behaviors could find relief through increased mental stimulation and exercise. So, you see, understanding these complex behaviors is not just about decoding what your dog is trying to tell you. It's about providing them with the care, love, and support they need to live a happy and healthy life. And isn't that what being a dog owner is all about? Understanding these complex behaviors can significantly improve your relationship with your dog. But the question remains, how can you use this knowledge to your advantage? Now that we have a basic understanding of dog behavior, how can we apply this knowledge? Well, let's start with training. Understanding your dog's behavior gives you an edge. By recognizing their signals and responding appropriately, you can guide your dog to adopt desired behaviors and discourage the undesirable ones. For instance, if your dog is showing signs of fear or anxiety, forcing them into the situation can be counterproductive. Instead, using positive reinforcement methods like treats and praise can make the training process much more effective and enjoyable for both of you. Now let's move on to addressing behavioral issues. We all know that dogs aren't perfect, and sometimes they develop habits that can be challenging to deal with. But remember, your dog isn't acting out just to annoy you. There's always a reason behind their behavior. Maybe they're bored and need more stimulation, or perhaps they're anxious about something in their environment. By understanding their behavior, you can identify the root cause and address it directly, rather than just reacting to the symptoms. Moreover, understanding your dog's behavior can also improve the overall relationship between you and your canine companion. We often forget that dogs have their own language and they use it to communicate with us. By learning to understand this language, you can respond to your dog's needs more effectively, strengthening the bond between you. Just imagine, instead of guessing what your dog wants when they're whining at the door, you'll know they probably need to go outside. Or when they're pacing back and forth, you'll understand they might be anxious or excited about something. So, here's a practical tip for your everyday interactions. Always observe your dog's body language. If they're relaxed and their tail is wagging, they're probably happy. If their ears are flat against their head, they might be afraid. The more you observe and understand these signals, the better you'll be able to communicate with your dog and meet their needs. So next time you see your dog acting in a certain way, remember, they are trying to communicate with you. Understanding their behavior is the first step towards a deeper, more meaningful relationship with your furry friend.